What's going on, everybody? T. Kelce here. Just got off the bus with the boys. Taylor and Will giving me some shit about my Bearcats. August 28th, baby. It's going fucking down. Make sure you check out this episode, though, man. We had some fun on the bus. Comes out.
Travis Kelce and George Kittle just revealed shocking secrets about Taylor Swift, sending the internet into a frenzy during their wild new episode of Busin With The Boys. The Kansas City Chiefs star had just stepped off the bus after filming the explosive interview and looked full of energy as he teased fans, shouting out his Cincinnati Bearcats and hyping up the must-watch episode dropping Tuesday. On Monday, June 30th, this viral podcast sent social media into overdrive when Travis Kelce and George Kittle finally opened up about the one name the world can't stop talking about, Taylor Swift, inside the iconic podcast buzz filled with FanDuel signs and sports gear everywhere. Travis sat with his usual bright smile while George kept a laid-back but serious vibe in his dad duty shirt. At first, it all felt like another football chat until the hosts casually brought up Taylor and the rumors surrounding her love life. That's when everything changed. The moment her name entered the room, the entire tone shifted, and the conversation quickly turned into a raw, funny, and unexpected ride fans never saw coming. It wasn't just about football anymore. It became a revealing look at fame, love, and the private moments fans always wonder about. The podcast kicked off with playful energy between two close friends. Travis couldn't stop laughing while George stayed serious, saying, "I thought we were here to talk next season, not your dating life." Travis burst out laughing, pointed at the camera, and replied, "I knew it. I knew you'd bring that up," then smirked and added, "All right, I'll spill but. Remember, you started it, George." Instantly, the mood shifted as George cracked a knowing smile and dropped the name fans were waiting for. "We're talking about Taylor." He called her smart and talented, then asked the golden question, "How did you even pull it off, Travis?" Without hesitation, Travis leaned in and opened up about the wild journey from being a regular fan to becoming the partner of the world's biggest pop star. He admitted, "Taylor wasn't someone I expected, but somehow she turned out to be exactly what I needed." He then shared the now famous origin story, the friendship bracelet moment that changed everything. "I tossed out a bracelet with my number as a joke," he said, grinning. "Nobody thought it would lead anywhere. Then she texted me, and that's how it all started." His honesty, humor, and love made this moment unforgettable, George. Katie's eyes lit up in shock as he blurted, "Wait, how did she even text you back?" "That's like winning the lottery." Travis burst into louder laughter, clearly enjoying the memory. He went on, "At first, I thought she was just curious. But once we talked, I realized this wasn't about fame. Taylor actually got me, and I understood her too. Not as the world-famous singer, but as a real girlfriend." George KD lit up remembering his first time meeting Taylor Swift after the Super Bowl last year while he was with his wife. He smiled and said, "We were at an event and Taylor walked up, shook my hand, and said, 'Hey George, I've heard a lot about you from Travis.' I was like, how does Taylor Swift even know who I am?" Travis cut in laughing again, "Dude, I told her everything from your game catches to that plane ticket fiasco in 2022. George smacked his forehead, laughing and embarrassed. "Oh man, that explains why she looked at me like we already met. She really listens." It was a fun, genuine moment that showed how deep and real their bond with Taylor has become. Travis then shared something that caught both George and the audience off guard. Taylor really tries to connect with his football world. He talked about how she asks smart, detailed questions about gameplays, strategies, and even takes time to memorize his teammates' names and what positions they play. George was clearly impressed when Travis said Taylor had started learning football lingo and actually understands complicated offensive plays better than most casual fans. Things got even more interesting when George asked how Taylor's presence at games affects Travis's performance. Travis admitted that at first, seeing her in the crowd made him a little nervous, but now it fires him up and pushes him to give his best. He described how she celebrates his touchdowns with pure joy and knows all the Chiefs' chants and traditions by heart. George shared how he's seen Taylor at games fully locked and not just attending for the cameras, but really engaged. Travis added that Taylor has built close friendships with other NFL wives and girlfriends, forming a strong, positive support circle in the football world. That part of their life, he said, feels more real and connected than anyone could imagine. He shared real-life examples of how Taylor plans group hangouts and truly connects with others who know what it's like to date pro athletes. If you haven't subscribed yet, now's the time. These behind-the-scenes stories are just too good to miss. George then brought up the media pressure and how they deal with being in such a public relationship. Travis explained that he and Taylor have learned to block out the noise and stay focused on what brings them joy. Though keeping things private has gotten harder, he told some funny moments like paparazzi chasing them to grocery stores and how they now use secret words and back routes to keep things low-key. George cracked up when Travis described how Taylor wears disguises that are so over the top they actually make her stand out even more. The host then shifted the talk to Taylor's impact on Travis's life outside football. He opened up about how she's been super supportive of his podcast New Heights with Jason, even giving creative ideas for episodes. Travis said she brings a fresh outlook from the entertainment world and has helped guide him through big business choices with confidence and clarity. George was truly impressed when Travis shared how Taylor motivates him to explore life beyond football while still staying focused on the game. Travis then got personal, revealing how warm and kind Taylor's family was when he first met them. He said her parents didn't treat him like a famous athlete, but like a regular guy who was welcome from the start. When George asked about Taylor's cats, Travis laughed and said Meredith, Olivia, and Benjamin each have their own strong personalities and that getting their approval was just as tough as winning Taylor's heart. The talk turned deeper when Travis opened up about how Taylor has helped shift his mindset, teaching him to slow down, enjoy life, and find balance outside the sport. He shared how she encourages his natural competitiveness while helping him grow emotionally. George noticed how peaceful and happy Travis seemed, especially compared to his past relationships. Travis agreed, saying that Taylor brings out the best in him in every way. The podcast ended with both NFL stars saying that Taylor's presence hasn't just been good for Travis, it's lifted the spirit of the whole Kansas City Chiefs team, bringing positive energy everywhere. And within the NFL community, Travis emphasized that what makes their relationship so strong is the foundation of mutual respect, deep understanding, and a real friendship, not fame or attention. George wrapped things up by saying that watching Travis this happy reminded him how important it is to find someone who truly supports your goals and passions. Travis thanked George for the open-hearted conversation and told fans that the full episode would drop Tuesday, promising even more inside stories and moments they didn't share in this sneak peek. As the podcast wrapped, both athletes burst into laughter and promised listeners that this was only the beginning of what could be their most fun and personal appearance yet. Moments after it ended, fans rushed to social media, posting quotes, clips, and reactions, proving that the bond between Travis and George had struck a chord with everyone watching. Their chemistry didn't just entertain, it created real podcast magic that had people talking long after the